All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back now with Georgetown taking on WSU, Washington State University, here into Game 3 of this beautiful, beautiful weekend here in New York City. OSNYC, the venue, and some fantastic teams. So Georgetown, obviously just coming off of a loss against Florida State here, but going up against, I would say, at least a little bit of an easier opponent in WSU, hopefully. For some reason, my interface is gone. There it is. Sorry about that. But looks like, hopefully, they'll be a little more comfortable here as against Washington State. And God, I love the cosmetics here in Washington more and more. I swear, every time I watch this game, you know, these purple fumes and stuff like that. But Ewall already setting up a goal for himself off the backboard.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Both teams going off being swept. Ewall with a quick aggression, already putting Georgetown on the board. They are definitely speeding up. It was probably just the pressure from FSU building so heavily that they didn't have the time nor the positioning to play how they wanted to. But Ewall with a quick shot. Zion now down to the middle, trying to get it to Kuko, but it gets blocked. Now, Don Mojito not able to get it. B900?
B900.
Yeah. James now playing it down to the middle. Zion there doesn't get the touch that he wants. He doesn't connect to it, but it's now Kuko trying to get the ball cleared. B900 down to James. One again. B900 down to the middle. Getting the ball high in the air in front of the net. Definitely something that you want to do, but it is there. Ewall coming in clutch with a beautiful redirect from the middle line.
Yeah, that's a great angle. He hit it from the bottom of the car, just skirts his bumper basically, and right into the bottom right corner. That was a beautiful shot. It's incredible, these plays that I would never even think about doing that. That's
Well, we're making David speechless. That's definitely one way to get your name out there. Now, the pressure is on once again. Washington wants to take this back as his B900 on the ball, trying to get it down to the middle where Don Mojito is trying to get somewhere close to the ball, but the positioning is not optimal. But Don Mojito with an open net, but the defense from Georgetown, as we have been giving them credit for from last game, is already in shape once again.
Yeah, an incredible defense, and you know, and it's honestly really great that Ewall was able to score these goals to start. You know, it's great momentum coming in, but Coco right through the demolition, couldn't even see that through the smoke. How does Coco get this set up here? Oh, a pass back from Washington State, setting him right up there on the center, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate touches going out in favor for Georgetown, who are quick to react. We definitely have to give them credit there. Reaction speed is definitely looking way brighter compared to the last time. Maybe it is a little bit of a delay, the moving down to New York to play it down here. I mean, it's a new environment, new stress factors, and I think Georgetown is definitely getting into their element once again. But it's now Washington trying to get that first goal done. Gets him passed down to the middle. Kuko with a quick shot. The pressure from Georgetown is coming out. Zion down to Kuko, but no touch, sadly enough.
Yeah, and I think the big thing about these two teams is that they're quite very similar. You know, both Georgetown and Washington have one player. In Washington's case, it looks to be James, who plays defense, but James now is scoring right as I say he's a defensive player.
Well, defensive play or not, sometimes the defensive play is also the main striker, as the other two are just such a big threat, such an annoyance to the other team that the defense can score. So maybe that is the strategy they are going for. B900 now trying to play it down to the middle where James was lurking already once again. Now Don trying to connect to his team, but the ball goes back to the orange backboard here as B900 doesn't get the touch that he wants, but luckily his teammate is there to cover. Zion now trying to brush it once again as the ball falls into Ewall's hands. He has been the scoring person mainly for Georgetown, so they will definitely have to look out to give the ball down to that person.
Yeah, and I think the biggest difference between this game and the last is that although, you know, they are a little more comfortable on the Georgetown side, there's a lot less pressure coming from WSU compared to FSU. You know, with all that pressure, you know, we saw mistakes coming out from Zion, And B900, just as I say that, getting a clear shot straight from the center of the map.
Well, last man from Georgetown committing and then backing off once again. Probably not the situation you want to be in. If you're going to commit, just commit all the way or just go back and play it safe. But now Zion already trying to get that pressure going once again to get that goal redemption, because 1 goal deficit is not something very comfortable. They were at a 3-goal deficit, so that's something that want to get back. As it's now James with a quick shot, making it 3-3. Washington is back in the game.
And evening out this game means that it's anyone's game now. James, great setup, great plays, and hopefully this means Washington is a little more comfortable with themselves. Maybe just needed that little bit of a warm-up time to start this first game, but it looks like the match is as even as ever.
Well, as even as ever, it's now Kuko on the ball, trying to get it down to the side once again. But James with that quick aggression already keeping the ball away from the defense here from Georgetown. As it's now Zion, last man back, gets it a little bit further down. His low and boost, but gets a very fortunate read here. Decides to go for the ball instead of the boost steal, as it is now Ewell with a miss. Kuko, last man back, already having to commit for that once again. Definitely not the pressure or the positioning on defense that Georgetown wants.
Yeah, and it looks like now Georgetown Georgetown is a little slinking back from the pressure a little bit, playing a little more defensively, which is kind of their style, and a little more pressure applied onto them. A lot of attempted scores here, but thank God for that crossbar, and thank God for those defensive players on Georgetown.
Well, those defensive players make sure that the wall stands high. The ball can't penetrate a wall because the ball is too soft. But the wall, of course, doesn't need any holes. But it's now James on the ball once again. Plays it down to in the middle. A quick long shot. He almost gets it in, but Ewell comes up clutch with the defense. It's now B900. Down to the side. Down to James. Ewell with a quick shot. But it is Don Mojito already in the back line. But gets the save.
Yeah, and it looks like we might just be going right into overtime. 3-3 here. Just like it was a few minutes ago. But we're going to see who comes out on top. This game has been incredibly even.
Well, an incredible even game. It's now B900 on the ball again, trying to get it down to the side. James into the middle as his team is there. Don Mojito gets denied by the side post. It's been a cruel factor today. Together with the crossbar, I think all players just hate those traits of the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. If that goal was just a little wider or just a little taller sometimes, we'd see a lot more goals here in Rocket League, but unfortunately not. And we'll say that a lot of like you said earlier, a lot of the plays kind of hinge on Ewell here, so for the Georgetown side. So we definitely want to see him more comfortable, making sure that he feels that he has the control of the game, and when he feels the pressure is on him, it's pretty difficult for him to score.
Well, difficult to score. It's now Kuko with a very good save here. Already contesting that ball high in the air, as he should. Definitely something they have learned from playing against FSU, as it's now Ewell dropping the ball a little bit awkward, as it's Don Mojito with a quick shot, but it gets denied by both defenders here. Now B900 setting up James in the middle, who gets it over one. Can he get the double touch? He almost does. Now Don down to the middle, Zion with a very nice booty clear, as it's B900 on the ball once again. The pressure going a little bit of a ping pong style here, but it's overall WSU on the money.
Yeah, and we've been saying a lot of names of who's been possessing this ball, and Ewell has not been one of those. He seems really timid. He's been protecting his goal a lot. He has barely gotten possession of the ball in these last few minutes, and James scores literally right over Ewell's head.
Well, this is probably one way to get your opposing team down in the dumps, get your most defensive guy, James, to score on them for the deciding goal. Washington definitely in the better papers now compared to Georgetown.
Yeah, Washington taking the advantage. One game up now, heading into game 2. But, as always, the game was still really even. We want to see like we said towards the end of this match a lot, Ewall needs to be more comfortable with this ball. You know, he's gotten a lot of shots, he's gotten a lot of goals. He's definitely the playmaker for Georgetown, and we want to see, you know, although Zion is that the person, you know, who's more defensive, I want to see Coco, you know, step up, be the guy that is transitioning, giving him the assist, setting up Ewall to make these big plays.
Oh, well, those big plays, it's definitely what Georgetown will need to stand a chance against Washington, because they are looking stronger than in the first few minutes of this game. A 3-0 lead all the way, losing down to 4-3. Definitely not something healthy for the mentality of Georgetown, as it's now Ewall, last man back into defense, trying to take it over James, and so he does. Now he gets challenged by Don, who is already right up there, getting a very good touch, but it's Kuko who plays it down, and James, like you said, the defensive wall, the defensive man for Washington, clears it out by a beautiful dribble.
Yeah, and just as James is kind of the mirror to Zion here, you know, we see a lot of offense. James has been scoring a lot of goals for being that defensive player that I mentioned. You generally have James rotate back to secure those defensive plays, but he's rotating forward just as much to make these goals happen, which just shows that Washington is really comfortable with their rotations.
Oh, comfortable rotations. James on the ball once again. The triple commit here on defense from Georgetown, definitely leaving the defense in an awkward position. And it's now Ewall on the ball trying to get it cleared, but a B900 is already there once again to intercept it. Now James trying to show off his dribble skills as the ball gets cleared. Now Dunn trying to get a little bit of a fancy play. B900 with a quick shot, but gets blocked by Ewall. His name is appearing once again. Will this be the light for Georgetown to start shining once again?
Yeah, I just want Ewall to get out of his half of the map. I want him to play aggressively. I want him to start like putting the pressure on, because we know that he can apply this pressure. But it looks like the pressure back from Washington State has just been getting to him. And like you said, that mentality loss from coming down back from a 3-0 lead definitely is wearing on him, and you can definitely see that in his play.
I'll see it in his play. The opportunity coming out here for Georgetown now, but it's Don who gets it past the last defender. A quick pass down to the middle, down to B900, and it's now James trying to take a quick shot, but places it past Kuko, but Zion already there to drag it out. Now Don getting a good challenge. Ewall playing it up high. B900 down to the side. James, quick aggression, trying to get a double touch, but he gets denied by that little bit of a roof.
Oh, and it looks like the teams are setting up some plays here. Ewall was just starting to make that rotation up, but you know, now with a more empty side of things, I want to say the biggest thing for me, I would say, with Georgetown's play is that they often commit too many players to one ball. Like I hear double commits, triple commits for just some defensive plays, and it looks like B900 gets a ball just right in front of Ewall. Unfortunately, just seconds off from that save for Ewall and Kuko.
Well, let's be honest, that shot from B900 was just perfect placement. The defense wasn't ready. They didn't anticipate it at all, as it's now B900 on the ball once again, getting a good 50-50 mid-air after that follow-up against Kuko. But now Ewall trying to do the same, Don with a quick challenge, and Kuko on the ball now trying to get a good clear, but he has limited amount of boost, as it's Ewall now trying to play it down to the wall to get it somewhere into nice position for offense. Zion pressuring the ball, going for a ceiling shot. Can he make it? No, it gets cleared by Don.
Yeah, great defensive shot from Don, but Ewall so close again. Another great shot attempt onto the net here of Washington State, but it looks like they're going to just try to bring it right back. Zion and Ewall going to protect that ball once again. And so much ping pong, so much back and forth here, but the pressure is still on. And at least it looks like Georgetown has been getting some score attempts here now.
Well, the attempts are definitely nice, but the pressure is on once again, as we see Don with a little bit of a cheeky miss there. Already putting off the defense as well, even though he committed for it. Now Zion getting read by James. The goal is wide open. The deficit is 3-0.
Yeah, and honestly, some great shot placement overall from all of these players on the WSU. Like all of these goals are something so close to being defended, but some great placement, knowing that they can just place these balls right down the center, right into these certain corners, and score and hit those shot opportunities.
Yeah, I think the mentality of Georgetown is a little bit broken. Definitely needs that reset after this afternoon break. Maybe they can do a strategic meeting over lunch and get themselves into the game, but it's now Washington on the ball once again, driving up the pressure with James here, but it gets read by Zion, who's trying his hardest to make something work, but it is Ewall on the board finally again.
Yeah, and a great, I believe it was a shot down from Zion to set that up for Ewall. Indeed it was, and like I said, Ewall, that playmaker, he just needs his teammates to sit behind him, set those plays up for him, because he is an amazing player, and he just needs that little bit of reinforcement from the rest of his team.
Well, that reinforcement is definitely something that Georgetown will need, but nobody on his team with boost. It's now B900 with the most crazy redirect of the evening so far, or afternoon.
Yeah, and honestly, some of these shots coming in at such tight angles, it's quite amazing to me to watch. Like, knowing that he could just pop off a little. He even says, "Let me grab my protractor real quick" in the chat. Incredible, incredible.
I mean, gotta keep the sportsmanship, keep your morale high, and just have fun. I mean, games all come down to having fun. If you can't do that, then why play in the first place? But now Ewall trying to get another goal and get that mentality in the right place once again. But James plays it down to the side. Don going to take control of this, but gets quickly challenged. But Ewall just missing it by a tiny bit. Now backwards on the wall, trying to get the ball down to the middle. It's Kuko with a quick shot, but it gets blocked by Don.
Yeah, and coming down to the last couple seconds here, we see Georgetown, being a lot more aggressive, and I wish they were playing this aggressively towards the beginning, towards the middle of these games. But hopefully they can start taking this aggression going into this next game, because this is only game 2. They still have game 3. They could still reverse sweep this whole match. So the ball looks like it's about to touch the ground there. Yeah.
I was gonna say ball being cut into the air. Never mind.
Yeah, but WSU taking game 2 here now. Fantastic game, but like I said towards the end of that game, more comfortable, more aggression from this Georgetown. They play well with this aggression, with the ball control. The more pressure that's on them, it's definitely tougher for them to control. But I feel like they're getting more comfortable. Ewall kind of throwing those jokes and those protractor jokes in there every so often. At least the team spirit is high, and that's really important. It means that they can still continue these games, and they'll still be fine, I believe. And with all that pressure that they've been putting on, I hope that they'll be able to continue that momentum going into this last this game 3.
Ooh, already writing the story like it's done and over. Ooh, I don't know how Georgetown feels about this. Maybe they will give you an upset like you've been asking for.
I want
James
the upset.
on the ball. It's James on the ball once again, and now Don trying to get it down to the middle. But Zion there with a quick aggression, B900 down to the side. All 3 players from Georgetown in the same corner. Definitely not something you've been looking for. Now Kuku putting the pressure on, going for bumps, going for that demo opportunity, but it's not working. Fan Ewall, last man back, getting called off by Zion. Now awkward positioning as B900 is on the ball, gets a good 50-50, and Kuku has to get a very awkward clear to the side.
Yeah, but already off the bat, I love these plays so far out of Georgetown. They're aggressive. They're on the opposite side of the map. Although this is going to come really close to being scored by James. Great save from Ewall there. Like I said, the more aggression they put on, the more control they have. B900 goes for that 50-50 and wins.
Well, Washington in the lead once again. B900 with a clinical push through. We were talking about the spear and the shield in last game, but right now Washington is also showing that it might be sharp enough to penetrate it, as we have James now going to the side itself. B900 setting himself with a play here, as it is Zion, last man back, with a good challenge. Now, defense under pressure once again. Kuko trying to get that pressure gone down to the side, but James with a quick shot, keeping up that pressure nicely. as he plays the ball down to the middle, gets it himself almost, but B900 gets denied by the side.
So many crossbar hits from that play there. Oh, like I said earlier, if that goal was just a little wider, James honestly could have gotten 3 shots in there if the opportunity. But Georgetown, E-Wall answering it right back, 1-1.
Yeah, definitely a nice way to start this game 3 off. 1 goal for each team. E-Wall getting that confidence once again. We saw it in the last game that he got that confidence up. So all he has to do is ride the momentum, ride that confidence, and carry his team. But it's not like his team will let themselves be carried. They want to be involved in the play, and they've been showing it. Zion, defensive backline for Georgetown, and then Kuko being a little bit of the bully of the team, getting the pressure on everyone from Washington. Definitely something that's very useful. But James making it 2-1 already.
Yeah, James, an incredible score. James has been, although my notes said he was the defensive player, they want him to rotate back more because he's usually the guy that makes the saves. James has been the one that every time I see him on the scoreboard, I guess I'm not surprised anymore. But I think one of my bigger criticisms coming for Georgetown now, the more that I watch these series, is that when they have the ball on the opponent's side of the court, they feel extremely comfortable. As soon as it comes onto their side of the court, it's hard for them to transition it back and make it become from a defensive to an offensive play. But I say that, and Zion scoring with the setup from Kuko.
Yeah, we've been talking about Kuko being the bully and Zion being the backline, but once again it is the backline that scores. But we have to give Kuko the credit. Get the ball into a nice position, get a good lob, and get that bump on the last defender. It's all teamwork working out in Georgetown favor as we are equal. Once again, B900, quick pressure, E-Wall down to the side, trying to take control, but it gets intercepted here by Don. Down to B900, but it doesn't connect. Now, Zion. A little bit of a loose ball right here as E-Wall tries to catch up to it. Zion now playing it down to the middle, trying to follow it up himself, but Don gets the better touch of the two.
Yeah, and it looks like Zion is a little more comfortable coming out of the goal here, but although he is making some fantastic rotations back, an even game, what I love to see, and these challenges for the team. Honestly, the best games in Rocket League, in my opinion, are the even games. It allows these teams to grow. It allows these teams to learn. It allows these teams to kind of adapt more and more as they play against their opponents, which is the most incredible part of Rocket League.
Well, there is this famous quote from our LCS, of course. This is Rocket League. This is Rocket League like it is. Upsets left, right, and center. Sometimes people that are the underdogs coming out on top. And Georgetown has that to prove with a quick launch. And Zion, getting denied by the crossbar once again. But now James on the pressure, trying to keep that pressure on the defense from Georgetown, make it crumble once again like they did in game 2 as it's B900 trying to get it down to the middle. James already lurking there, ball goes high into the backboard as Don tries to get a follow-up.
Yeah, and some incredible defensive plays from E-Wall there to save those balls. And honestly, if I'd have to give an MVP out for this entire match so far, I would probably have to give it to the crossbar. There have been so many balls that have hit the crossbars and come so close to scoring in this match so far.
Yeah, well, the crossbar being the MVP of the night all the afternoon so far, because so many nice shots, nice opportunities, all very important goals being denied by the crossbar, not the side post. But it's now E-Wall and Zion trying to connect here. Zion gets intercepted, but it's E-Wall on the ball, trying to get it down to the middle, but he has limited amount of boost, as it is James now trying to push it through. Zion, quick break. Ball goes high into the air. Can Kuku connect to it in time? No, it's Don that gets the quicker challenge. He's already onto it once again and gets a good demo on E-Wall here, as Kuko has no boost and James has all the time to play this safe.
Yeah, and coming into the last few seconds of the game here, with such a close scoreline, it may even go into overtime, but both teams are going to try their damn best to score this ball to prevent that.
I'll prevent it from going on. It is B900 on the ball again. He tries to get it with a doink. Nice placement from Zion outside the net, and it is overtime that we are going to kick off between E-Wall and James, both MVPs in my opinion for both teams. But it is a quick shot. Zion gets the touch that they need, but it is B900 down to the middle. Good block coming out from Kuko. Definitely carrying his own weight on the team.
Oh, for sure. And it looks like, Washington is going to start with the pressure along. So it's on Georgetown's side of the court to push this ball, get it out of their zone, because like I said earlier, that's something that they've been struggling to do in these past few matches. But as soon as they get it out there, as soon as they kind of enable that open space for them, we see those setup plays from Kuko. We see those hits in from Ewall. We even saw Zion scoring a goal earlier today. So, again, get it out of your zone. It's already done. Now we see all of Georgetown getting ready, getting all the positioning that they need. But it looks like James back on the offensive pressure.
Well, the offensive pressure being built up by James Bull. Washington take control of the ball, but it is Zion right now getting control of the ball. James trying to take the ball, gets it past two with a very nice air dribble. It's an open goal. B900 secures the win for Washington.
Yeah, and a 3-0 win for Washington. Unfortunately, would have loved to see more games coming out of today for this Georgetown team. Honestly, I will say though, it shows a lot of ways that Georgetown can improve. You can watch back onto this VOD and see in these plays we may have committed too much, and et cetera, et cetera. But for now, we are going to be heading to our first long extended break of the day. We had to schedule a lunch break. Don't want all of our students to starve or anything. Give them some time to relax, get a bathroom break, get a quick meal in. So we'll be probably back in about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm trying to pull up the schedule right now to double check when this next match. The next match will be at 2:45. So we have about a full hour break. So, ladies and gentlemen, although we are going to be on break for a while, please come back. 2:45 will be right and ready for another game of Rocket League against University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign versus Louisiana State University. So we'll see you soon, guys.